Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Talking Rocks Cavern. Explore the beauty above and below ground at Talking Rocks Cavern. The Springfield-Greene County Park Board reminding you to go play. And Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hello again. It's Tuesday, and we are happy to be with you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening wherever you are. We appreciate it. We'll start with news.
All right, here it is. The Springfield man arrested early yesterday morning after leading Greene County deputies on a chase. The man had stolen a work truck near Kansas and High Street. The driver then got it stuck into a fence at Nichols Park, ended up taking off on foot. He jumped out, took off, but was arrested after a short foot chase. Fortunately, no one was injured. Missouri Secretary of State AG Ashcroft says that he has seen no evidence that there are unregistered foreign agents interfering with Missouri elections. That accusation was made by State Representative Sarah Unsicker, who was running for Attorney General as a Democrat, but has since dropped out of the race. Interestingly, her claims were made against her primary opponent, Elad Gross. She said since his mom served in the Israeli military in the 70s and then immigrated to the U.S. in the 80s, that it should be concluded on behalf of or that they are working on behalf of the Israel Defense Forces to interfere with Missouri elections. However, members of her own party have criticized her stance on this and other related matters.
Okay. Springfield Public Schools had slightly higher scores on the latest district report card from the state. Last year, SPS scored an average overall 73.7%. This year, the district raised the score by almost 2 points to 75.5. DESE says students performed above the state average for English, language arts. They also showed improvement in math. However, they say some sections showed students scoring either average or even below average levels. Another thing here, Springfield saw high marks for its high school graduation rate at 96.5, so that's good. That's been a focus. The report card is part of the school's accreditation status according to the state curriculum standards.
All right. Well, we told you about the Missouri statewide adoption of the drug monitoring program. Missouri was, in fact, the last state to adopt it, but it tracks prescription drug use among patients. And now a sociology professor from St. Louis University says, beware, the program might not have the overall intended good effect that we want it to. The professor points out that even though other states have operated in the tracking system for years, they are still having overdose rates that go up, not down. She said, quote, taking away pills doesn't mean people with addiction are cured. In fact, the professor goes on to say that it could make people turn to street drugs, like illicit street drugs that can be even more potent and potentially laced with fentanyl. So the tracking system, though, it is law now for Missouri doctors and pharmacists, and patients, of course, should beware, because if you are turning to the streets, in fact, to get your pills, you need to know that they could be even more dangerous than it was when you were doctor shopping.
Man, it's amazing just how powerful drugs are.
I know. And I understand that professor's point totally, but Missouri's been the last state to get on board with the tracking system. Other states like it. They also say that it has cut down on doctor shopping where the same person goes from one doctor to the next. But I get what she's saying. If you're an addict, then
it's
perhaps
not cure everything.
Right. Yeah. So
it's a step, but it's not a cure for everything. This happened yesterday. You may have heard about this. Pope Francis will now allow priests to bless same-sex couples. The Vatican issued a new document explaining a fairly radical change in Vatican policy by insisting that people seeking God's love and mercy shouldn't be subject to, quote, an exhaustive moral analysis to receive it. But the Pope said that allowing blessings should not be confused with the sacrament of marriage, which the Pope maintains is still a union between a man and a woman alone. So when the priest does the blessing, it cannot be anywhere related to a marriage ceremony, is what they're saying. So interesting. I know Catholics have a lot of different views on that, so it'd be interesting to hear. Black Lab Coffee Company in downtown Springfield is no more after 3 years in business there. Closed over the weekend on West McDaniel. Owners hinted they're looking for a better location for that coffee shop. Their other 2 locations in Republic and Galloway Village do remain open. Black Lab Coffee downtown is closed.
Yeah. It's funny because I've only ever been to the one in Republic and Galloway Village several times. And so I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people downtown, but it's just interesting that the one's closed. The one that is closing is the only one that I haven't actually been to, you know?
I haven't been to the one downtown. I've been to one of them though. I think it was Galloway Village.
Yeah. And you and I have been together to the one in Republic several years ago after the Republic Triathlon. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
It was fun. All right. So that's Black Lab. And now to a new business, or at least new life for a business on Commercial Street. This is exciting. After 6 years with one owner, Springfield Mercantile Company is now in new hands. The pandemic forced that store mainly online, selling their wares, but they're opening again to the public under new ownership. The new owner says she'll continue selling sustainable housewares and supplies. Home decor, personal care items is going to be added into the inventory, as well as many handmade items like sweaters, coats, bags that the owner will be making herself. So that's really cool. Again, you'll be able to check them out on Commercial Street in, once again, a brick and mortar location. Cool. This is interesting. If you're a lottery player, or if your family member is a lottery player, you might want to go interview them, question them, because someone in Springfield is $50,000 richer, but we don't know who. Merry Christmas to that person. There was a Powerball ticket bought in a Springfield local come and go on November 27th, and the winner matched 4 out of the 5 white ball numbers plus the Powerball number and won $50,000 to tell about it. I can't remember. I don't play the lottery, but is Missouri a state that you have to announce who it is? Like, we just don't know yet. You know what I mean? I can't remember the law here. You know, some states allow the person to remain anonymous, others do not. But anyway, that person, it's just interesting to me when you don't know who it is. And then you like wonder if it's your
this
neighbor.
Is 50 grand.
Yeah.
This isn't life-changing money. For most
it's
people.
Sort of. I mean,
$50,000. That's like 2 trips to the grocery store.
I know. And then once taxes are taken out, like it's a huge hit. But that's sort of a lot. I mean, I guess
it's
taxes
nice.
And inflation, whatever. I see what you're saying. But
it's not,
like, so maybe nobody's going to have their hand out to this new.
You're not going to have your hand out. But also, I don't think anybody cares who it is. It's not the 50. It's not $500 million.
Yeah.
Those are the ones people care about.
Right.
Because then you do have your hand out.
If you're related at all, distant cousin. Yes, please. All right. This is fun. Jordan Valley Ice Park is offering free ice skating during the annual Festival of Lights display. You can rent skates for $3 per pair or bring your own ice skates if you'd rather. And it is for select dates, such as Christmas Eve. So December 23rd, this is open to the public from 7 to 8:30 p.m. And get this, Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, they're going to be opened from 7 to 8:30 p.m.
That's interesting. The boy may want to go do that.
I know. It's interesting because there's most businesses obviously are closed on Christmas, but some of them, like movie theaters, like there's like family tradition. And very interestingly, Griffin told me yesterday that we need to go ice skating again. And then I saw this story and I was like, maybe we'll go as a Christmas Eve surprise or a Christmas Day surprise.
Yeah, he would love that, I'm sure.
He would love it. So maybe we'll do it. Anyway. All right. That's happening at Jordan Valley Ice Park. Good times.
Very good. Very good. I guess, we talked a lot yesterday, so we don't have as much to talk about today.
Yes, we did. And by we, I mean you, but it was good. It was all
I had 2 good stories to tell. I had you two to talk about. And I had, we went to
Buc-ee's.
I went to Buc-ee's twice.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us. Happy Tuesday. Hard to believe we are less than a week away from Christmas, but we will be back here tomorrow morning. So we will see you then.
Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, December 19th, and it is bone-chillingly cold outside. We have temperatures that are down in the 20s, even a couple of high teens out there, but wind chill values everywhere are in the teens this morning. So my big message to you is bundle up. You need all the winter layers this morning. It's brutally cold, but the warm up begins today. And then it's better news for the rest of at least the work week forecast as we get closer to the holiday weekend. Things today, starting off frigid. So considering where we're starting, the warm up today is actually going to be quite impressive. I have temperatures that will eventually land in the upper 40s and lower 50s. It will be a nice trend in the forecast that you're going to see. Bitter cold wind chill values, though, are forecasted in the forecast early this morning. And then I think probably by about lunchtime, it will become much more tolerable outside. We have high pressure and control of our weather pattern, though, and that puts us at a high temperature. I'm going for it, near 50 degrees this afternoon. That's a really nice warm up, and the sunshine is going to do its job. Winds staying fairly light and out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour, but those winds will pick up again this evening and overnight tonight, and it will become a little bit breezy once again. I have to mention today the risk for some elevated fire weather conditions. Relative humidity, it's low. So make sure that you're skipping out on today for the open burning. We have dry ground conditions, drought for much of the area, high winds, low relative humidity, all of it together. It's a bad recipe for elevated fire danger. We start the warm up today back to the upper 40s and near 50 degrees, as I mentioned, and then the warm up continues for the rest of the week. You'll really feel the effects of that starting on Wednesday, lasting through Thursday, and even near Friday. We could be close to 60 degrees a couple different days in the forecast. Rain chances, though, return to the forecast. That happens on Thursday night, and I have a really good chance for rain in this forecast as we head into the end of the work week and even continuing through the holiday weekend. We will be dodging some showers and rain showers in the Ozarks. How much? Well, when you add it all up, what falls on Thursday all the way through Monday on Christmas Day. So several days here, but some very impressive rainfall totals. In fact, 1 to 3 inches will be possible for a widespread region in the Ozarks. It might make for a soggy Christmas, but number one, this is not snowfall. I know that might disappoint you snow lovers, but for travelers, this is good news. It's something, though, to keep in mind. If you are going to be hitting the roads, you might want to plan a little bit of extra time. There could be ponding on some roadways and just unpleasant driving conditions. Anybody that's going to be traveling for the Christmas holiday. Conditions today in comparison, well, nice with the sunshine. We have a few clouds out there, but overall, it's a sunny sky. Conditions will likely cloud up as we head through the middle of the week. I have mostly cloudy skies in the forecast by Thursday afternoon. And then I think it's after sunset on Thursday that we see those first chances for rain show up. It will then rain most of the day on Friday. Even though I have rain chances in the forecast, the temperature profile will actually be warming. So we're back to 57 degrees on Thursday. By Friday, we're still in the mid 50s, and we're going to stay in the mid 50s through Saturday, through Sunday. Even Christmas holiday is looking pretty nice with high temperatures in the upper 50s, which is a good 10 degrees above where we typically are this time of the year. I have rain chances that kind of continue on and off. The rainiest days, I think, are going to be Thursday night into Friday and then again on Sunday. So if you're trying to plan your travel, maybe Saturday would be the better choice. It looks like we'll have a chance for rain, but overall, mostly just cloud cover on Saturday. If you're looking at the forecast around the country, the headlines that you're going to see today include rain again for the Pacific Northwest. They are just totally waterlogged, but another round of unsettled weather is heading to the West Coast today. We've also got rain chances moving into California today, and then locally heavy snow is actually going to occur later today in the highest elevations of the Sierra Nevada mountains and the Cascades. Parts of the Cascades include portions of Idaho and Nevada. So if you have friends or family there, that's where you need to go for the white Christmas for those of you that would really like to see that. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question for the day. This one having to do with Christmas movies. This is the question that I left you with yesterday. What is the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time? Not the most popular Christmas movie of all time, but the highest grossing in the box office. And the question options here were A, Elf, B, The Grinch, C, Home Alone, or D, The Polar Express. If you were listening yesterday, Joseph went with A, Elf, which is a good guess because you think, like the modern era and big stars would make probably the most profit. The answer is actually B, The Grinch. And there are a couple of Grinch movies. The one that I'm talking about, the highest grossing with over $526 million at the box office, the 2018 animated Christmas comedy produced by Illumination and distributed by Universal Pictures. That is the one that is the highest grossing of all time, and probably because it includes a wide age range and everybody's familiar with the Grinch story. I can see a lot of people going to the box office for that. Coming in at number 2 is actually Home Alone. So interesting that a film from 1990 made the list, still sitting at number 2, $476 million at the box office. Number 3, Alvin and the Chipmunks. That one surprised me back in 2007. I'll have to look that one up. I have not seen that one. And then number 4 on the list was Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Number 5 was the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch That Stole Christmas. So now you know. Actually, if you're curious, The Polar Express came in at number 7. Elf came in at number 9. So if you answered correctly, it would be B, The Grinch. Congratulations to you. Here's your next chance to win $20 to Scooter's Coffee. You just have to enter your guess over on the website. It is free to do so. Here's the question. What strange Christmas tradition would you find in Norway on Christmas Eve? Do you think A, they hide all their brooms? B, they take all the decorations off the tree? C, they burn one random present? That is risky. Or D, they fill all their pots with milk? Let me know your guess. You can do that over at aroundtheozarks.com. There, we've also got you covered with up-to-the-minute weather information all day long, so check it out on the website. Thanks so much for listening this morning, and if you are enjoying Around the Ozarks Wake-Up Weather, please leave us a review. You can do that wherever you get your podcasts. We are also available on the Around the Ozarks app. If you don't already have it, you can download it, and it will alert you to the new episodes every single morning. Thanks so much for listening, and I will chat with you early tomorrow.